So I am back today with another hair video, and we're starting at the beginning. So hello. Welcome to all my new viewers. If you have not subscribed yet, please just use the subscribe button and do that. If you have subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you view my videos and you have not subscribed, well, what are you waiting for? Please, guys, so you could help me on my way, help me to feel that all the hard work that I'm doing to produce those videos is paying off, and that you are enjoying the content most of all, and your likes, your shares, and your comments within the video on YouTube itself, even if it's just to say good job or hand clap, anything at all, improves my video in the algorithm and tells YouTube, you know, this little video from this little girl from St. Lucia, well, I'm not a little girl, but you know what I mean, this Caribbean girl is of a really actually good, it's a good viewing, good content, and we like it. So please push this video for others to see, and this is basically what you are doing for me when you like my videos. So, well, as you could see, as I said, I'll be trying various hair styles, and God, I took some pictures, but I'm holding back, so I will put another video soon of my progress, and it's been really good. And I actually have clips in my hair to make those to make this afro. Yeah, so at least I'm just so happy that I have various styles to fall back on when I don't have the twists, and which will still look good. I mean, afros are in and it looks little, it is natural, and this is human hair, this is not synthetic hair. Nothing wrong with synthetic hair, I just prefer to use natural hair instead, that I could wash it and, you know, do all of those things with it and it won't tangle up and that sort of thing. So I have hair that I could actually put some clips in and you can't even really tell, you know. Yes, so I like it, and as I said, once I like it, I put it in, boom boom. Anyway, so today we're starting at the beginning. So we're going to have a talk about hair. So what exactly is hair? Do you know? All right, so we're going to give a description of hair too. Hair is a non-living thing, okay? And we will put up a diagram of hair and we shall see what it actually looks like under a microscope. And let me put that up now. Okay, so as you can see by the diagram, hair is a very complicated structure. The part that is exposed from your scalp outward is not living, it's a dead thing, and it's made up of a protein called keratin. Our body consists of over 5 million hair follicles, believe it or not, and on your scalp there are around 100,000 hair follicles, right? And as you age, the density of your hair, which is how close together your hair follicles are, it expands. So, you know, as a child it's smaller, and as you get older it expands. So that's why sometimes as a child you may have had very thick hair, and as you get older it expands a bit and you have less thickness between your hair. Of course, your hair is the type of hair you have, and the length of hair that you have, it is based on your genes, okay? So people like me, we have kakakosh, that's it. And that, interestingly enough, we do not regenerate hair follicles. 22 weeks your follicles on your hair, on your scalp, are formed, and that's it. This is why when your follicles get damaged, there is little that can, well, when they get damaged, that's it. You do not make new hair follicles. It just does not happen. So this is why we have to be careful about how we treat our hair follicles, and this is what these videos are about. So hair is always in 3 stages. There are always 3 stages of hair growth at any one point in time on your head, and so in that right now. Okay, we have an anagen stage. Okay, and I will place the word somewhere on the screen. The anagen phase. Okay, so this means that the hair shaft, or the hair from the follicle up to where it extends out, is going to grow for anywhere between 2 to 6 years. It varies in people. Okay, so your hair is going to grow. That hair is going to grow between 2 to 6 years. Now we have hair, for example, our eyelashes and so on. These hairs life cycle is probably around 30 to 45 days, which is why they stay very short. Is responsible for, you know, some people get extremely long hair and some people hair just don't seem to grow at all, because maybe their growth cycle is 2 to 2 years, maybe a year. The anagen stage of your hair growth, right, affects about 90% of the hair on your scalp at any one point in time. 90% of your hair is in the anagen stage. Okay, the next cycle in hair growth is the catagen stage, and this stage is where this lasts about 3 weeks, between 10 days to 3 weeks. Okay, and during that stage the follicle shrinks a bit, and so the hair will just rest, like it's just resting there, you know, still growing a bit, still not completely shedding out, but it is not growing as it would in the anagen stage. And this is happening to about 5% of the hair on your scalp. At the next stage is the telogen stage. Okay, and this is where the hair starts to fall out of your hair. Now these things occur in your body and you're not even realizing that it's happening. Okay, into your telogen stage, where your hair sheds the old hair and makes new hair, which pushes out. Okay, and then normally would shed at least 100 hairs a day. Imagine that. But you won't really see it because you're combing it out and you have the hairs coming out. You won't really see that. So when you see you've left your hair alone for a while, say you put it in some cornrows or some braids, when you're removing this, you're going to be seeing a lot of shedding from your hair. It's not alarming because new hair has already replaced it, and this is just hair that is coming out from the resting stage. So if you see, you know, I mean, you could tell what's excessive or not, but now that I'm letting you know that it's about 100 hairs a day that you're going to lose. So 5% of your hair is being lost, 100 hairs a day every day. So a normal person would grow 6 inches of hair for the year, right? Now again, this depends on your genes, okay, because you know that there are certain people that grow their hair and their hair grows leaps and bounds. Okay, here is how, or is it possible for you to increase the anagen stage of your hair cycle? Whilst that might not be very possible, it is possible for during that stage that you stimulate hair growth to the point where it grows more or longer than it would regularly do so if you had just left it alone. So there are several things you can do, right? The first thing is avoid shampooing your hair too often. You could use a rinse, you could use a conditioner, you could maybe well, we're going to do all of those things. Use these shampoos that don't strip the moisture from your hair, but basically you should not wash your hair, be washing your hair every day. You should wash your hair at least once a week. If you could stand it, once every 2 weeks, because you could, there's the other thing you can do is to do a lot of massaging in your hair. So massaging stimulates stuff. Massaging. So massage your hair often. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, trim your ends. Your hair will break. Okay, so trimming your ends will keep your hair that has not arrived in the telogen or catagen stage. It will keep the hair that is in the anagen stage longer. So you'll keep more of that if you trim it often. Okay, I don't know about the myth about trimming your hair will make it thicker and all this type of things. I don't know. My research has not given me any answers on that. The other thing you can do is to take in a lot of protein, because your hair is made out of protein. Okay, so the more protein you take in, the longer your hair will get and stronger it will be in the anagen stage. Okay, so take in your protein, your beans. If you don't eat animals, so you have beans, legumes and things like that to give you the protein. Okay, if you eat animals, then you take in your eggs, your meats and stuff like that. Increase your protein intake. You also need to increase your vitamins A, C and E. Okay, those vitamins, the follicles use them a lot in keeping your hair healthy and strong. Okay, the other thing you're going to do is to increase your intake of the mineral zinc, iron and omega-3 fatty acids are all very good supplements to take to keep your hair that is in the anagen stages and some of those in the catagen stages strong, because you want to keep more. So you already have 90% of this hair growing, so you want to keep it growing longer, or you want to keep those that are there in your hair strong, so that you have much better use of your hair in your head at that time. Other thing to do is to avoid direct heat, because your hair does not like heat. The other thing, chemical treatments. Avoid a lot of chemical treatments. That doesn't mean you cannot straighten your hair with a chemical straightener. Just means that perhaps instead of doing it every 6 weeks, you try to do it every 8 weeks or every 12 weeks. So there are things you can do to the growing hair that will keep your hair nice and soft, so that you can avoid putting in that chemical in it until absolutely necessary. And the last and best thing is to, during this stage, that you put a lot more nourishment in your hair than your hair actually can produce, or your body can actually produce. Okay, a lot of us are deficient in a lot of things. So the next hair video we'll be talking about the traction alopecia, and then we will start to talk about what sorts of products we can put into our hair that will help keep the hair stronger during the growth cycle. Okay guys, so this is my contribution today to you on hair, and I hope that you enjoy this video. I'm sure that I gave you some information that you were not really aware of. If you care to discuss it below, please make a comment in the below right there in YouTube. Share the video and subscribe guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you the next one. Bye.